Hi, I'm Rick Kaler. Thanks for joining me. In recent months, the U.S. government has made two major moves in their digital currency space that seem, at best, contradictory and at worst, irresponsible. In January 2025, President Trump signed an executive order titled Strengthening American Leadership in Digital Financial Technology. On the surface, this might sound like a push toward innovation, but dig deeper and you'll find the order prohibits any federal agency from developing or promoting a central bank digital currency. That's a CBDC. Now, a CBDC is a digital version of the US dollar, issued and backed by the Federal Reserve. Essentially, a secure, stable, government-sponsored alternative to the paper cash. Unlike cryptocurrency, a CBDC is designed to be boring. It isn't meant to be an investment. It's meant to be a currency, a store of purchasing power that you can rely on like a dollar in your wallet. According to the Atlantic Council CBDC tracker, 33 other countries have been researching or piloting CBDCs, including the UK, Canada, China, and members of the EU. These nations understand that digital currencies are coming, and they're preparing for that reality in a way that preserves monetary sovereignty and protects consumers. By contrast, the US has just walked away from the table. I wish the story ended there, but it doesn't. In March, the Trump administration announced the creation of a strategic Bitcoin reserve and a U.S. digital asset stockpile. These new programs will hold cryptocurrencies, primarily Bitcoin, as reserve assets for the country. According to the executive order, these reserves will be funded using digital assets seized from criminal or civic asset forfeiture cases. Historically, assets seized by the U.S. government through RICO or other legal channels, think yachts, cars, cash, real estate, are liquidated, and the proceeds are returned to public coffers. The U.S. Department of Justice Asset Forfeiture Policy Manual makes it clear that property is almost always sold. The idea of holding these assets long-term is virtually unheard of. Imagine the government choosing to keep and manage a seized strip mall or a classic car collection as a national reserve. So why are we making an exception for Bitcoin? Cryptocurrency, for all its buzz, is not a currency in the traditional sense. Real currencies are stable. They don't rise or fall 20% in a week. Historically, the average rise and fall of Bitcoin is 3% a day. Bitcoin and its peers are speculative assets. They have value because enough people believe that they do, not because they're backed by a central authority or tied to any intrinsic utility. Investing in cryptocurrency is like casino gambling. There's a thrill and sometimes a payoff, but also a high risk of loss. Now, please understand that I'm not opposed to innovation, and I'm certainly not arguing that private citizens shouldn't be able to invest or put any amount they want and play in the cryptocurrency markets if they're comfortable and they understand the huge risks. What I am saying is that treating Bitcoin like gold reserves, something the U.S. should hoard for the long term, ignores its core nature. It's not a currency, it's a speculation. What's more, the way this reserve is being funded is deeply problematic. Using seized crypto sidesteps the public scrutiny, even as it opens the door to future government purchases of digital assets. Today, we're only holding confiscated coins. Tomorrow, will we start buying them with public funds? The administration says it's protecting financial stability and protecting privacy by halting works on CBDCs. Yet it's embracing an unregulated, wildly fluctuating asset class known for enabling illicit activity and lacking consumer protections. Also, a story in Reuters reports the conflict of interest that the Trump family has in cryptocurrency. You might want to check that out, or go to my website and click the link on the blog post. So pulling out of serious conversations about digital dollars while diving headfirst into the crypto casino, it makes no financial sense. It's like choosing roulette over savings bonds. Let's hope wiser economic advisors prevail, and that the future of U.S. currency isn't left up to the whims of Bitcoin. Thanks for listening.